Man, what's up, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder. Coming back with another video. I already say live, but man, how they say in Chicago on folks in them grave, man, it's real in the battlefield, and we see all like the overt stuff, the stuff that gets pushed through the algorithm. But as you know, my belief, as we delve deeper and deeper into spiritual darkness, we see it like, but they did it so slowly. It's like the frog in the water experiment, where you put frog in regular water, you turn up the heat to the max, he jump out. But if you turn it up slowly, he can't recognize the change, and he cooks while he's still sitting there. You know what I mean? But here's the nuances of the game, and the subtlety. You know, they say the adversary is, well, in the recovery world, say, cunning, baffling, insidiousness. You know what I'm saying? And the subtlety, or I know the word, or subdability. You know what I mean? Like the smooth words, or a lot of times when you get duped, it actually comes in the form of help or a supportive angel, as they say. Like if somebody came to you with horn, like you could recognize it. You know what I mean? Typically, if you've ever been bamboozled in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they actually presented themselves to you as help when you were vulnerable. That's why, as best I can help it, I try not to put myself in a vulnerable position, or a position I don't have any leverage in, to walk away at any point in time I deem necessary. But I said all that to say this, right? So, in previous videos, I talk about, the next level, the next season, right. And, with the help of other brothers such as Iron and the Soul, New Breed, guys like that, I I was able to view I was on the precipice because of the pressure, because of, doubt, fear, wanting to quit, so on and so forth, right? So I recognized, and I also recognized the season I was in based on previous seasons and the signs and traits thereof. Like seemingly what I'm doing is not working, but it all works out. Financial pressure, various pressure interpersonally in my family, you know what I'm saying? People blame me for stuff when they try to do me wrong, stuff like that. So judging by that, I was like, and I knew I was putting in the work. So now everything seemingly is final, but I won't count my chickens for their hatch, because I'm used to like stuff like falling apart that seems guaranteed. And then I'm used to stuff that I thought isn't propelling me, whatever, right? But, I kind of got a situation that's very favorable to me. Not just the situation, but the potential of where it could lead long term, right? In numerous aspects: travel, finance, skills, right? And I had and I've talked about in previous videos, the female that I dealt with when I was working at the rehab the first time, like a couple days ago, I might have covered it. She had hit me up through somebody else's page, said call, I prayed. I'm like, I don't see what the point is. And I'm not really on no, like, sucker for love type tip. But at the same time, like my last video, I covered the struggles with the community. It's like I got to leave behind, but it's like, damn, like I do have a heart. Like Luther Vandross, does anybody have a heart? But in wisdom, there's really no sense of opening the door, because what was then ain't now. And you've been in active addiction, I'm assuming, for the last almost year. So we all know what come with that, and you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see. And then, yeah, I could, forget, or however she come at it, but there's no point in really continue to talk moving forward. Because then in my mind, you're going to try to weasel your way in, or use smooth words, and I'm going to have to just cut you off again. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well just keep the way it is. But with that being said, so I got the word about that potential opportunity today. So I'm like, yeah, woot, woot, woot. And then I got some other opportunities. So I'll pray on it, but I think that's the one I'm going with. But I'm trying to be led by what he want me to do, right? And I know he want me to quit smoking cigarette. I know, I'm working on it. I need help. But anyway, but at least I confess it, I guess. I don't know if that mean anything, but so right after that, she actually direct messaged me, or friend requested me on Facebook, like her actual person. Now, mind you, I haven't talked to her. I haven't seen her like 10 months. I ain't talked to her in like 9 months or something, right? So I struggled with it, because, I mean, Not even so much we were like, humping or nothing like that. But prior to all that, like I thought we established like a connection, which I covered that in previous video, like, desiring deeper connection with people. And that's why it ultimately ended up leading to physicality, because we had a connection, right? And then shortly after, we started dealing with each other physically, she relapsed, which she said it wasn't, but I never really got an answer as to that. Anyway, she hits me up. So she's got two pictures up, like an avatar profile picture and then a cover photo, right? And I sees the cover photo and I'm like, damn, shot it. And my man, Terry Jr., he covered this, right? Where you might have something and it seems promising or whatever, and then it falls apart, however, and then they come back and what once was it's not what it is now, because I'm continuing to grow and evolve as I should. And I don't hold her, like, I don't have no grudge against her or nothing like that. But now we're growing apart because you're still stagnant and I'm continuing to grow. So whoever you met at that time, I'm not him now, with experiences and learning, wisdom, so on and so forth. And then you've kind of trended the opposite direction. Because I already know if you out there and you're a woman, you've heaped more damage, trauma, shame, guilt on yourself. And I remember her telling me with 18 months clean, she hadn't dealt with it, or she was broken at that point. So now you're even further broken, starting further back. It's no point. But the thing that I noticed was like this darkness in her eyes, you know what I'm saying? And then she had got like some new like a tattoo across her throat and like a dark heart over her eye. I'm like, nah, cuz. And then the tripping part, when we first started, like, not talking, but just casual conversation. Because there was a lot of witchcraft going on, or practitioners of the craft at this rehab, which I was blown away by. Now, I heard about through you, but I've never been in such close proximity to someone or groups of people to actually do that and like, defend it. Even black women. I'm like, God damn, Joe. And she was very deep off in it. You know what I'm saying? To the point where when she was a client, she actually helped, like, I guess, bring, like, counselors in or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I think is stupid. How are you going to get some wisdom from somebody who coming to you for help? Nah, so, you know what I mean? But can't nobody tell me can't nobody who can't manage life, you know what I'm saying, tell me what to do or what I should put into practice. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it. And whatever you're doing landed you in here. So why am I listening to you? You know what I'm saying? With all humility, but goddamn. So I was leery of that. However, it seemed as though she was willing to, or had made steps to, remove herself from those practices. Like she threw like I was with her when she threw certain stuff into the ocean, and we would talk about like the Bible in reference to like looking at it from a Hebrew perspective. She already knew like the Jewish people weren't, and then she knew certain stuff like the Jewish people weren't real, not the real ones, and you know what I mean. So that's what kind of conjured up, like, just having those type of conversations. But when I said, like, damn, shawty, it reminds me of I think it was a Case or Joe had that song Faded Picture. Like, I'm looking at this person who looks familiar, but I don't recognize it, if that make any sense. And that's how real it is in the battlefield. If you look at it from militaristic terms, the general, whoever, he's concerned with the objective of the mission. So sometimes you got to put collateral damage into the equation. Not that I did anything, personally to her or anything like that, but this is someone who's been sniped out on the battlefield to me as I continue to gain ground to ultimately win the war. It's real in the battlefield.